Welcome, my beautiful seekers, to a very exciting and special edition of Moon Magic. I'm really excited about this new moon and partial solar eclipse in Aquarius. It is just really exciting energy. I wrote up a whole bunch of notes about this moon because I got extremely excited about what it's bringing and what this eclipse is bringing and how it's playing on Leo. I have to say, I was so into that lunar eclipse in Leo on January 31st we just had. Man, that the rest of that day was just this magical unfolding of things, and I really felt like I was stepping into some really beautiful, great territory, and I've been feeling great ever since. The rest of the day was just this cool unfolding, and so I'm excited for the second part of this partnership, the Leo Aquarian polarity partnership in the eclipse cycle that we're in, to continue this trend, right? I have to say, this is a romantic moon. This is a romantic new moon. This is a communicative new moon. This is a friendly new moon. And this is an eclipse that asks us to continue on this theme that I was talking to you guys about after the Leo eclipse concluded and we came out of it. I told you that we were being asked to step into center stage in our lives in whatever that meant for us. And this moon is continuing that theme. It's saying, okay, let's take it to the next level. Let's start to communicate it. Let's start to make it real. Let's start to commit to the things that are really calling to us, right? And I'm going to tell you all about these different aspects that I find really exciting. So there's a lot of action happening in Aquarius all around this new moon. So not only do we have the sun and moon in Aquarius, conjunct, that's what new moon is, and it's going to have this partial solar eclipse that's not going to be a big visual spectacle. However, the energy is going to be very useful. And then we have Mercury just a degree or two away in Aquarius. Mercury is communication, right? So this is about expressing the individual to a group or to others. And so the desire to speak what you're feeling, to set new intentions with others, and to not just within yourself, but like in context of other people, is going to be really strong. So that's really exciting. And then not only that, but there are two asteroids within a couple degrees of this new moon as well. We have the asteroid Juno and we have the asteroid Hygeia. So Juno shifts the Aquarian energy around a little bit. Okay, the Aquarian energy is all about the collective. It's all about how we are in the group as a whole organism, right? It's beautiful energy. I love you, Aquarians. Great mirrors, best teachers of my life. And it's great energy, right? And what's really interesting is we have Juno. Now, Juno is the wife of Jupiter, actually. Hi, Sagittarius. And she's also the daughter of Saturn. She holds this very special place, right, between the planet of restriction, Saturn, and the planet of expansion, Jupiter. And not only that, but she was originally considered a moon goddess, right? Juno was often really considered with the secret houses, like with all these beautiful secret internal spaces. She also connects in with commitment and true romance, soulmates, connecting one to another, right? She has a really strong emphasis on connection and on showing up. So whatever that looks like, for everybody out there, that doesn't have to just be the romantic part. It does have a romantic aspect to it, but it's also about connecting to source, feeling connection to the collective, feeling connection to the vibrational universe as it stands. So she works on a whole bunch of great levels, no matter where you are. I mean, I like all these levels. I'm in it. Let's do it, right? Like commitment to ideals and connecting with other. It's a beautiful thing. And then we have Hygeia. It's a little less sexy. It's a little less romantic because Hygeia is all about your health and your well-being. So there's another layer that you can put on to this new moon. It's a great chance to think about how you care for your body, right? So it's like Juno's soul, how your soul vibrationally is connecting, and Hygeia is about how that our physical form is connecting. So see where I'm going with all of this? This is amazing stuff that we're going into here. This eclipses always give us a fresh start. And an eclipse that's a new moon as well, this is very welcoming energy. It's like walking into the door of a home that you have always wanted to live in. For some of you, maybe that's a cabin or a tent or a sleeping bag in the woods. I don't know. But you walk into that door and you feel the warmth of it before you turn the light on. It's a sense of feel, right? New moons, you feel your way through. Full moons, you see. You see and you know. New moons, you feel. And this new moon, with the eclipse action as well, you feel. And guess what happens with that inspired action? You start to communicate the feel. It's a very natural pairing. So, in our society, it's very hard to get sometimes to the root of just what we feel at a deep level. We have to analyze it. We have to pros and cons it in a list. We have to set it in context and then justify it to ourselves on a rational level. And then we're allowed to communicate it and push forward into it. This moon is asking us to do it through feel. And this is what I find really interesting. So Aquarian energy, often people say this is the detached, rational sign, right? But the thing with Aquarius is that that's one aspect of Aquarius, but Aquarian energy is duality. Aquarian energy does have an ability to be detached and clear-sighted and rational. However, Aquarians also know what it is like to feel. They know what it is like to connect to the collective. Therefore, they understand, that energy understands how to connect into the grid system and act on the truest inner truths, right? It's a truth searching, seeking energy, and it has Mercury moving around and it has these asteroids moving around it. Not only that, but we still have Jupiter in Scorpio, we still have Pluto in Capricorn. This sextiling of this transformational energy is easing us into becoming more and more of what we really want to be, and to releasing old skins and old identities. This eclipse is also squaring Jupiter, right? So this is an interesting aspect to this. And this is kind of where I think people could go a little wild with this eclipse energy and just be like, Mercury, I feel like saying things. Mars is in Sagittarius, which is this very action-oriented, focused energy that's willing to take a lot of risks. Mercury in Aquarius, same kind of thing. We're having like this ability to take risks, which is fantastic. I love it. I love when people really show up and show themselves, right? But this eclipse is squaring Jupiter in Scorpio. Now that gives us all a little caution, right? So it's just, as much as you're going to want to bust down that door and just start partying in that new house I've been talking about, the Jupiter square to the new moon is asking you to just open the door gently, take your time, savor. Now, eclipse energy lasts for 6 months, and we're going to continue into the summer to have this eclipse polarity, right? We're still working through Leo Aquarian energy. The things that are getting opened up with both of the eclipse that just happened and the one that we're about to have in Aquarius are asking you to open the door and savor the steps moving forward, because a lot of this energy is setting you up for something that is going to be built upon. Therefore, you don't need to act completely rashly. You don't have to accomplish everything on February 15th or 16th or 17th or even February 28th or March 1st. It is asking you to open the door slowly and gently, because, Jupiter is all about expansion. There is bounty here. The things that are getting set up, the communications that are going to be happening are bountiful. And they are about connecting in with deep source, right? I can't get over that Juno energy. Such gorgeous energy of connection. Not only that, we have, Venus in Pisces, and that's sextiling Saturn in Capricorn. That's another level of commitment going on there with the really feminine, deep feeling Piscean energy there with Venus hanging out, and then to have like the more grounded Saturn Capricorn energy. That's just going to be affecting us in general. That's not even just on the eclipse, but these are just some of the notes and the things I was pulling out. Now let's get to the cards, because I'm really curious to see what the collective energy is going to be here, right? I'm using my Cosmic Tarot deck. I love it. It's kind of a little bit spookier, and I think that's perfect for this energy. I don't know why, I'm feeling it. But yeah, I think the thing with this moon is that, Emperor energy, interesting. We are still having Uranus in Aries as well, right? And that's a really nice sextile, because Uranus, once again, is that agent of change making, and Aries is this energy of pushing forward, right? So, and I was just about to say, as I was pulling that card, that the Emperor, or I was going to say that you're going to want to act like you're going to want to just go for things, right? You're just going to want to dive in there. I mean, the things that we have, so we have Uranus and Aries. We have the Sun and Moon in Aquarius. We have Mercury in Aquarius. We have Mars in Sagittarius. We have those are all placements and energies that are very much about diving in and seeing what happens. And so the Emperor there, that is like this initiate energy. And so just one thing to keep in mind is that you're going to be feeling that. Take a breath. Take a breath. Give yourself a breath. These eclipses, like I said, the effects last for months. You're dipping your toes into a brand new pool, and it's going to be really exciting. So keep that in mind. Oh, 10 of Wands. Okay. Interesting. Let's pull one more, and then I'll talk through, because my deck is being weird right now. I'm trying to manage it here. Let me put it up on the camera. Let's see what comes out, because that's really interesting energy. Woo. Oh, King of Swords. Hi, Aquarius. Okay, so this is what's interesting. Look at this. We have these two very forthright energies, right? We have Emperor and the King of Swords, where they're surrounding 10 of Swords, or 10 of Wands. So eclipses are about shedding old skins, and new moons are about opening a new door and stepping into it. And 10 of Wands is about letting go of a burden. You can hold that burden for a long time. And I know this has been a theme. I've been talking about it a lot. The way the energies have been shifting around the last number of months have been asking that. And honestly, that's life. To continue transforming, to continue opening doors, to continue releasing, and continue to strive for the next thing. And what the 10 of Wands always is saying is put down the heavy load. You're not proving anything to anybody by holding on to the past, holding on to commitments that you're just doing to prove a point. And you will, quite honestly, I'm going to be very frank here with this energy. Aquarian energy isn't going to have patience for you getting stuck on something. So if you choose to stay stuck on some old thing, some old process, some old experience, an old way of seeing yourself, an old wound, an old hurt that is well past, you might not get the chance to leverage the fullness of what the Emperor and the King of Swords energy can do for you. I'm feeling inspired tonight. I'm going to pull 2 more cards because I'm really curious to see what comes up here. That 10 of Wands is like telling. Not only, I think it's really positive. I love that energy because it is about completion, fulfillment, release. You're free. You're free to go, but you have to choose it. You have to see what beauty is in front of you, right? And I think a lot of us will be seeing it, and it won't be a problem. It's just that sometimes we have resistance to the good stuff. Princess of Wands, very nice. More of that fire energy. That's that Mars in Sagittarius energy. I will talk about that once I pull one more card, and then I think we will close out. I could talk about this eclipse all day. I'm so curious to see how you guys experience it. Oh wow. Princess of Wands, Ten of Cups. Yeah, this is so interesting, actually. So Princess of Wands energy. Let's look at these three characters we have here, right? So we have three of the most direct, action-focused, communicative, passionate energies you can find anywhere. Really, look at these three. They express themselves and they go for things. You know, Princess of Wands, now that is some serious fire action right there. Hey, Fire Fam. We're showing up strong in this reading. Seven of Wands, or Princess of Wands, really strong. Like, these are all very direct, right? So that's mirroring that. And it's so interesting because there's two levels of 10 here, right? We have the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. So we have carrying the burden, holding on to the burden, and we have the most deeply emotional, fulfilling connection, understanding energy in the whole deck. And there's a duality of Aquarius right there. But really, you know, there's two lenses that you can always look at the world through. And I do think when eclipses are hitting, they highlight that. They highlight the way you're visualizing. You can visualize eclipses as these scary, negative, dark, tense things that are going to bring you awful feelings, or you can visualize it as the refresh and the release and the opening. And what I'm really seeing here is the potential to just live life with gusto, with integrity, and romance is strong. Romance is extremely strong. The fact that the Ten of Cups is the last card out, that's about a deep emotional connection. And that doesn't have to be romantic. That can be about your deepest, closest friends. That can be about your family. That can be about making commitments. I know Valentine's Day is the day before. Personally, I think this eclipse is much more interesting. And once again, eclipse energy goes on for a number of months. So it's not going to just be that day. You are going to feel the energetic shift. However, it's just the beginning. Okay, I'm going to close it at that. This is one of my longer moon magics. And you know, email me and follow me on Instagram. I'm going to be keeping you updated on everything that's going on with me and my world. And I would highly recommend emailing me if you want to work with me. My calendar right now on my website is like pretty much blocked out. I'm going to be traveling and I'm just really very busy, but I want to work with you all. So I do have a handful of spots that I can give away. I work with you on for Skype or phone. And I'm also doing a number of recorded readings, so I'll be able to fit more of you in with that. So if you looked at my website calendar right now, you will be discouraged because you can't get in until April. But if you email me, I can try and figure out a time to work with you. And I'm trying to keep up with emails, so please have patience with me on that. But I hope that you all have a beautiful solar eclipse, and I am sending you all the best. I'm really excited for what this 2018 is bringing. Oh, and happy Chinese New Year as well, because that is also coming up. So much to look forward to. I love you all so much, and I'm sending a special shout out to Aquarians and Leos, because this is really deeply personal eclipse action going on for all of us, and you guys are all amazing. I love you so much, and I will talk to you guys next month for the Virgo full moon, and I'm really excited to talk about how we're going to proceed from here. So sending you all the best. Bye.